Okay, so today I've got a job and I wasn't expecting it so quick. I ordered a set of 35's for the KRX and come home yesterday and this was sitting in my driveway. So happy day. So yeah, we got some work to do. I'll get these unpacked in a minute. So we got them here in the shop, ready to put them in. It's a set of Sedona Trail saws. The tread pattern is fairly aggressive, but not. It's not like I bought these. These are 35's. They're 8-ply. It's not like I bought these because I wanted these. I actually wanted the, oh crap, I can't think of the name right now. Hang on, give me a second. So I actually wanted the X comps, the 10-ply that some people down in the States are running. But Canada has seemingly, without them saying, they have a massive shortage of tires. Nobody has stock of anything. This is basically the only set of 35's that I found in Canada. Yes, I could have ordered the X-Comps from the US, but the dealers that had them wanted $250 to ship them to Canada. So in my money, that's like $375 just for shipping. So that made the tires unobtainable, unaffordable. So in the meantime, I'm gonna give these a try. I don't see a lot on YouTube about these tires, so I'm hoping that they are a good alternative to a lot of the more popular brands that people are running. They look fine, and the tread is somewhat aggressive. I like this pattern better than the factory pattern. I find that this nib here should be turned. I don't find that that is really going to help you at all in any situation except maybe high speed. So we will see. Unfortunately, we're going to mount them today, but I won't be able to test them like in all different conditions because it's basically snowing out today in March. So a little side route to this video. I'm trying to use my motorcycle bead breaker to break the bead on this tire, but it's too tall, and the tire, as I push down on it, the tire slides that way. So I'm not over it directly enough, so the tire's sliding, and I've put it up against this tire and propped those blocks of wood in there, and then the other side of it on my, because if you hold the tire, then the bead breaker slides out as well. So yeah, it's not working in this setup. So from my years of motorcycle riding, I bought one of these from the internet. I guess it's, yeah, Harbor Freight. So I'm just assembling it now to see if this coming down straight like that motion will give me a better chance of breaking the bead without the tire walking away from me. So this is basically turned into a Pittsburgh tire chain stand bead breaker review as well. I'm going to think it's probably not, the mouth is not able to open wide enough for these tires. So just a side note on this video then, as the struggle continues. So basically we're going to call this a fail. It doesn't have the reach to go down, and every time you get it, you're pushing everything over that way to try to push it. So basically I'm stuck trying to get this bead off. I don't want to drive over it with my truck because that's just, you're just asking to bend a rim. So off to my buddy's tire shop I go, and we'll continue this after that. Stay tuned. So it's been quite a day. Couldn't get the beads off, so I took it to my buddy's garage. We took the tires off of the inside bead because the outside bead is a bead lock, right? So you don't need that. And he basically said, you're gonna need this to put the tires on because he's got experience with it. So he lent me his little blaster, and I just did one tire. I strapped it around the outside of the tire so to squeeze it in more, and that didn't really help a lot. If you don't have one of those, you ain't getting these tires on these rims. So I got one done, and I'm beat. But I'm gonna do the other three. Maybe I'll film one, show you what you got to go through. But yeah, it's quite a challenge. I know, should just pay someone $40 a piece to mount them, but if I can do it myself, I'd rather do it myself. But yeah, you couldn't do it without that blaster, that's for sure. There's no way. The gap in there is 4 inches of openness. And my compressor's this little tiny guy, so anyways, yeah, let's set you up and you'll watch the process on the one, because I got one rim there off, and we'll mount one of these, that second one there, you can watch. So basically we take the rim and first we're going to clean that. Make this clean. That's the seal right there. Actually, let's start over. All right, let's give this a shot. Having microphone problems today, but we will carry on. So basically we take this and I cleaned that already. Let's just go. Yeah, I cleaned that. So you got to make sure that's clean. Then you take your, I don't have my sprayer is broken, of course. Of course. So then we just drop this on. There, that's the easy part. Right there. Easy, easy. Next, we put the valve stem back in. I know where it went. Right here. All right, that's in tight. Now next we're going to put the ring back on. Get it somewhat centered. Now I don't know the exact torque settings for these, but I know when I took them off with this, it went rat-tat a couple of times, and then it found its spot. So I'm basically just going to put it on the same pressure that it was before. Snug them all first. Make sure it's centered. I guess that goes without saying. So now they're all tight. Now I'm just going to go until this thing stops. Now your wrench may be different. I know how much pressure this is, about 30 pounds. So don't do it unless you know your machine. So there we are. This bead is done. Now the other bead. And look at that space. Look at that space. Now I tied that other one down and it didn't do nothing. Like I strapped here, it did nothing. So we're just going to fill this thing up, hit it, and hopefully it goes like it did last time. So I've got the valve stem in so we won't have a leak, because sometimes it seals it and then it pops back off. Now, I don't have any soap, but this is slippery. This will work. I'm putting 18 pounds in. I know that's too much, but I want to monitor it, see if there's any leaks. That's 12. £18. There you go. Done. So what I'm doing now is I just spraying the inside of this with this window cleaner, just to help it, because basically to get these off, once you break that beam, break that bead, these just pull off. But it takes a bit of force. A little bit more than that. There you go. Let's get this one off too. There you go. Whew. All right, so there you go. See the dismount? You want to watch one more? All right, let's watch one more. Clean the bead. You don't want any stones or anything in there. All right. I checked earlier, these are not directional. And before you say, you're not lining up the heavy spot with the valve stem. This tire weighs 57 pounds. That valve stem weighs an ounce. You think it's going to make a pile of hooey where that valve stem is on this tire? You got to be joking. Maybe in a car tire, light tire, a motorcycle tire, that makes a difference. That tire weighs like 4 pounds. This tire, it don't mean shit. Here we go. Where am I? I don't think I put the valve stem back in that, so we'll do that in a minute. All right. Let's do it again. Oh, valve stem. There, I'll shut that off this time so we can hear it. that's not on that good. So it's going to pull back in. It's going to might pop off. So we need to fill it up. This one's way in there. That's a short one. My God, that's short. I'm not going to get in there with this. I hope this reaches. There we go. If you can see that bead's not set yet. All right, let's check the pressure. I don't know if this gauge is accurate or not. Let's compare. $18.4, yeah, it's pretty accurate. All right, that's 2 you watched. Is that enough? All right, let me get them mounted on the truck. I got to do this one more tire, and then we'll see the finished result. All right, let's try one more for fun. We got her charged up this time. Now if we can just hang on to the damn thing. Nice. Yeah, it's like 7 feet tall now. It's crazy. With the shocks done and 14 inches of ride height. It should be 16 inches of ride height, 4 inches tall tire. I got to measure these tires to get an exact height. Actually, let's do that right now. I need a yardstick. That actually would be the best. All right, so we've got a yardstick. We are 1 inch. We are aired at 18 pounds on this tire. And I'm going to try to stay as level as possible. So it looks like a true 34 and a half. So not 35, but I don't think the factory ones were 31 either. I think they were 30. If I recall, I did measure them and they weren't 31, they were 30. So what a huge difference in the visual of this thing. It is a monster. It's almost 7 feet tall. So looks really good with the fender flares and the bigger tires. At first it looks like stupid big, the tires, but now they're starting to blend in. I sort of, I'm getting the hang of it now. See if it changed the length at all. The length looks to be about the same to the front bumper and the back. I'm hoping it's not any longer because my trailer was only, oh yeah, we're sticking out a little bit. I had about 14 inches to spare on the trailer, so I think I'm good. But what a monster. Quite a bit taller. I measured the ground clearance at the front, 16 and a half, ground clearance at the back, 16 and a half. So I know there's no preload in the springs right now, not very much, just minimum. So I can raise it a bit more with more preload. I'll play with that later as I mess with the handling and see what I need. And if I need more stiff in the rear or more preload in the rear, more preload in the front, I'll adjust that later. But that's what we ended up with, 16 and a half inches and 16 and a half inches. And I'm pretty happy with that. That's quite an improvement over when I picked this up at 13 inches. So with the shocks and the tires, we gained 3.5 inches. All right, this is a before shot of the bike with the stock 31s on it. So just for reference. go. I almost can't get back far enough. Well, that does it for this video. Tire install done.